Hey you guys, welcome back to the NeNe Leakes Show. So I gotta tell you, one of the reasons why I wanted to do the NeNe Leakes Show is because I wanted to spotlight ladies of success, our girl bosses. And I also wanted to put a spotlight on our men. We call them millionaires over here at the Ladies of Success. So today we are talking big bucks. So I think I've been an entrepreneur most of my life. I've only worked for a couple of companies here and there, but everything I've done, it has been from me going from the bottom to the top, from 0 to 100. And so I really admire that hustle. Now, that's not an easy hustle. So that is one of the reasons why it really made me feel like I have to spotlight these people, because I watch a lot of these people. Some of them I don't even know. I watch them on social media and I see how they just start with 0 and just become so successful. That's inspiring. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of hustle, but it should never go unnoticed. Being an entrepreneur, doing it on my own, one of the things I've learned is that, you can do it. I learned that it ain't easy. I learned that you need some money, and so, yeah. When it comes to today's guest, she is the go-to for all things wellness. With over 1 million followers, Coach Stormy Wellington has dedicated her life and her career to helping others who have been through adversity and uplifting women of all colors. Please help me in welcoming entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and network marketing leader, girl boss, lady of success, Miss Stormy Wellington. Virtual club.
Oh my God, it's so exciting hearing that about myself.
Stormy. Hey girl.
Oh my God.
You look great, Stormy.
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you.
You always look great,
Thank
though.
you.
You be
You too.
really doing your thing. Let's
thank
toast
you.
with
Yes,
some of this
toast.
tropical rich real quick.
Tropical rich.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta tell me about that.
Show, yes.
I'm excited to be here, girl.
I haven't seen Stormy in a while. I met Stormy, now I'm gonna take Stormy back. I knew you from the Body Magic days.
No, wait.
The green
lose
Bentley.
3 dress sizes without diets, exercise, surgery, or pills. I made my first
Yes.
$1 million with that.
That's how I met you, Stormy.
I know that.
That's when I met you. You had a green Bentley.
A black Bentley.
A black Bentley. You had a Bentley. I don't know if you remember. I think we connected through a lady at a credit union, something like that.
Oh, I didn't know
Do you
that.
remember that?
Tara. Is that how I met you from Tara?
Yes.
I cannot believe that. Your memory is so good.
Yes, way back then. I introduced you to her.
For real?
Yes, Stormy. You were doing, I'm telling you, that thing.
Did you buy Body Magic for me?
Yes, I bought a Body
real?
Magic. Were y'all in there trying to get me in there, clicking those things?
Oh my God.
That go all the way up,
Yes.
way
didn't know
back
I knew
then.
that long.
And I remember wanting to know who you were because we had the city buses and your face was on the city bus.
Yes, ma'am.
You had a whole
I made
advertisement.
$90,000 last month. Ask me how.
Okay,
That was
exactly.
it.
You
Pink.
had the whole bus riding through Atlanta with Stormy Wellington on it.
Yes.
I was like, this girl is a real girl.
Oh
boss.
my God, yes. I can't believe that I knew that long.
Yeah, welcome to the NeNe Leakes Show.
I'm
Can
so
you believe
happy.
it? So Stormy's been to my home when my husband was living. And I got to tell you this because you don't know this. So when my husband passed away, we had our repast here in Atlanta at our restaurant, and Stormy came. She knows all the designers and stuff. You would think that I know all of them. At the time, I don't know why I didn't know this, but Stormy gave me this beautiful gift, and it was this orange Goyard.
Passport holder.
Yes, the passport holder and the wallet.
Yes.
The passport holder and the
my
wallet
God, I
by
forgot.
Goyard. I kept it in my house for the longest. Actually was about to give it away to somebody else.
No.
Yes, because I was like, I didn't know
Shame on you.
what it was.
I was
Stormy.
trying to tell you,
Because
go
it
get
was-
money and
yeah,
travel. It was a
I didn't know
message.
what it was. It was orange, right? And I was like, I don't know why Stormy bought me this orange thing. And then everybody was like, NeNe, this is Goyard. I was like, what is Goyard? I did not know it for some reason at the time. Girl, but you need to understand. Listen, Stormy, before we leave out of here, they can go and get my purse right now. I have your wallet that you got. I've been carrying it since you gave it to
I
me
feel so
from
special.
Greg's repast. And I have my passport holder, and I use it it's my only passport holder.
real?
Yes. And those expensive gifts came from Stormy Wellington.
Oh, come on, can we clap
Yes,
for that?
yeah.
Come on.
They did.
So
I
do
love
you know
it.
why I bought you that as a gift?
No.
I didn't want you to go into a depression.
Yeah.
I wanted you to get money
Yes.
and travel. And that was the symbol of the gift.
I love that.
So
Thank you
now
so
you're
much.
getting money
Yes.
and you're traveling.
I am traveling.
Yep.
So if there was any girl boss that I've ever been in their company, it has been Stormy Wellington. Stormy to me is like the hustler. You have the gift of gab, Stormy. You know how to go out there and you make it happen, girl, because you have been from 0 to 100 and then back down to damn 0
That's
and
right.
then back up to a damn 100 again.
That's right. That's
how
right.
do you do that?
I don't have a choice.
That's true.
There's a certain lifestyle that I want to live. There's an example that I know I'm responsible for setting. And so I believe that the ups, the downs, the good and the bad is all a part of God's divine plan. He need me to go up and he need me to humble myself and come back down.
Yes.
And then he needed me to know I could go back up, I could get back up again. And so that's just me. I'm always gonna figure it out.
But where you are in your life right now, Stormy, you probably ain't gonna go back down. You probably ain't
No,
going back down.
no.
You done
I
got
come
smart now.
Down is not always financial though. Down
Okay.
could be in your spirit.
Okay.
Down could be in your relationships. Down could be in your energy. So I'm never gonna be broke another day in my life. But there are times where I have to remember to humble myself and to recalibrate so I can feel powerful again. But money, no, I never be broke another day in my life.
So if you don't know what Stormy Wellington does, she is a multi-level marketing leader. Like she's been doing this, like it's hard to do that business to me. To me, I think that's a hard business, Stormy.
It is.
And that may be the side of it that you really enjoy. You might like the competitiveness of it. Like you
No,
like
it's not competitive for me no more.
No.
I love the stories. I love
Okay.
transforming lives. I love meeting people, helping them become a greater human. And as a result, a byproduct of being a better human, you make money. So I'm over the competitiveness. Nobody in network marketing could touch me.
oh, I know they can't.
They can't.
I wouldn't even try to touch you.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Like,
I
don't
would-
compete with me. Let's collaborate. So I don't come. I used to have that competitive spirit back in the day. I'm 45 now, NeNe.
So you
You're not
tired.
45, girl.
Yeah, girl, that ain't nothing. You're real young.
But no.
You gonna have another baby?
Hell no. Me and my man is OGs, baby. We is not having no babies, okay? But no, it's not about competitiveness no more for me. Network marketing changed my life.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for network marketing, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. So I look at network marketing as my responsibility to give it away to others as a way to create wealth. Like I've made over $51 million in TLC in the last 10 years, girl.
Wow, that's amazing.
51
Stormy.
million.
Listen, I will watch you, Stormy, and you will be having on all the designer stuff from head to toe, all the jewelry, all the cars, all the houses. It's like when you watch you, you're kind of like on social media, like, I want to do what she doing.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing this? Like, what's
So-
going on?
First of all, everybody should have that attitude. You should want to be greater than you are.
Yes.
And you should look at me as an example. I dropped out of school in the 10th grade, NeNe. I have a 10th grade education. I had my first child at 15. Oh, let's go back. I was a stripper at 13 because I had no choice. My mom left me to go to Jamaica, trafficking her drugs, and got stuck over there. So I had to find a way to, take care of myself.
Right.
I used to take baths with, gallons of water. I used to take a bath at the gym. I used to steal food. I used to steal clothes. I used to be in, child protective services. I was in foster care. I was molested. I was all of that. And now look
Yeah.
at me now. So I'm supposed to show people that if I could do it, you could do it too. Because
Don't
everything you deem as an excuse, I showed you that I could take that same example and build a whole empire with it.
Now, Stormy, tell us the name of your company that you're with.
Which one?
Okay,
In terms
now
of
tell
network
me
marketing?
all of it. Your network marketing.
Network marketing,
company.
total life changes. I've been there for 10
Because that changed
years.
your life.
TLC.
Yes.
Total
TLC.
life changes is where it began this last 10 years. But I've been in 7 network marketing companies. But I've been in TLC for 10 years.
That's the one you've been in the longest.
The longest. I've never been in one network marketing company for that long. Most people don't be in network marketing for that
That's
long.
very true.
But 10 years, the same company.
Now, when people come over into Total Life Changes, are they afraid? Like, are they like, oh, Stormy's over there. I'm scared.
I think some people are.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I want to go over
I think
there.
some people are, but they don't have to be like that. I mean, I think there was a time that I used to be more aggressive, because it was like, imagine finding a gold mine,
Yeah.
and you know how to get the money and the water out the gold and the gold out the gold mine. You know exactly what you got to do. You want to tell it to everybody. You're like, come on, do it like this, come on.
Yeah.
So there was a season in my life where I was like, let's go, girl, come on, do it like this, let's go, bitch, let's get it like this. And everybody wasn't ready for that. But that was my attitude. But that's why I helped so many people make so much money. I helped 139 different people become multimillionaires. I helped girls go from 0, right, to 1, 2, 3, 4 million. I have girls right now. I have a girl today before I came in here. I did a video. She celebrated 10 years, made $27 million. I'm her mentor. So for me, it's like I want everybody to get this money.
Yeah.
But I don't have that attitude no more. Now I was like, if you want it, let's go. If you don't want it, then that's your business. Either way I go, I don't have any emotional. Because my heart, girl, I was having heart problems, girl.
You just was like, no, I can't do this with you.
Yeah, I was having, my blood pressure was high. I was looking back at myself. I was looking like I was dying. I was stressed out. I wasn't really happy.
Great when
I look great now.
No, you look great then.
There was a time.
I saw Stormy on the red carpet at the BET Awards, and I was
yes,
like,
ma'am. Thank you. Yes.
Wow.
What did I have on? What did I have on? What did I have on?
You had on a real short dress here, and your hair was in a bob.
And I had a blue dress.
Yes,
with the
you
shingles.
were just glowing and everything. I was like, wow.
I'm not talking about that season though. That season was a good season.
Oh, it was. Okay.
That was a part of my metamorphosis. But there was a time that I was very aggressive.
Yeah.
And it was a time for that. I don't regret that version of me, but I'm not interested in that anymore.
Well, over on your business, do you guys like having celebrities come over? Or do you think celebrities don't do, like, they don't have the hustle, or they just, how do you feel about celebrities coming over?
I think celebrities have egos. I think that they look at who they are and they think that when they come over here that it's just automatic success.
Yeah.
I think like you.
Yeah.
People was ready. They was on your trail.
Yeah.
If you would have stayed long enough and you wasn't patient, you're like, girl, people keep calling my phone. They keep DMing me, asking me all these questions. You ain't like that part.
Yeah.
I have a system for that now. I want to talk to you about that.
Okay.
But celebrities can make it, but there has to be a system around them. I didn't know about that at that time when you came on board. And a celebrity have to have a little humility. Like, remember, you are a celebrity in that realm, but this is about people. What we do in network marketing, we build people. It's not so much about a product. The product is important. The content is important, but it's really about who the leader helps a person become. If you look at my students, they're different than who they used to be. So we build people, and the people go build the business. So a celebrity really ain't got time for that. They a celebrity. They do a show, they leave. There's no attachment. I have to be attached to my people. I know what's going on with their kids. I know that this one daughter graduated on Tuesday, so she can't come on a call. I know this one husband mad because she been traveling too much. I know that this one just got married. This one grandbaby just born. That's why she, So I'm very engaged in the, intricacies of their lives. These like my babies for real.
Now, if somebody wanted to join your business, your organization, Stormy, how do they do that?
They send me a DM on Instagram.
That's it.
Or Facebook. I just got off the phone with a woman today, DM. I met most of my students on Instagram.
Do you take everybody, or you interview them and talk to them? You like, are you serious about this? Do you want to do this? You just sign them up, and if you sign them up, they could just drop out in 30 days.
So, I love this. I hope y'all paying attention. This is good training, by the way. Some people go to my link and sign up. I never talk to them until they do something.
Okay.
A lot of people sign up just to talk to me. Imagine if I could just sign up for $100 and get NeNe Leakes on the phone, I'll sign up all day.
Yeah, just talk.
So there are people that sign up because they just want to talk to me. They want to talk to me about their family, their husband, their kids. They want to be successful. They want to all of that. They don't really want to make money. They just want to be on the phone with me.
Yeah.
So I can't just get on the phone with people. So I don't do that no more. I used to call everybody, and then I was drained. Like I was drained. It's a lot of work. You got to talk to a lot of souls, a lot of people. But now, if a person wants to personally work with me, I kind of interview them a little bit, see where they are, because once I attach myself to you, I feel like kind of indebted to you. Like my spirit is connected to your success or unsuccess. So if I'm gonna work with you, I want to know, like, are you serious? I may make you, send me some references. I may make it where you almost want to say, fuck you, I don't want to do it. I got to do all that, bitch. Yes, you do. Because I want to see if you're serious.
Right.
So I don't just work with everybody no more. I don't. People just sign up, and I put them in my organization, of course.
Right.
But to get my attention, to be on the phone with me, and for me to pour into you, I gotta know you serious. My goal is 1,000 millionaires before I die. I want 1,000 people to say, because of that girl right there, I made $1 million.
So as a coach, Coach Stormy, right? So you are actually coaching these individuals all how to get to those figures, right?
Yes.
That's what you're doing.
Yes.
But that is a very difficult job, to put everybody under your wing and start trying to talk to them and trying to coach them.
But I have a system. Like I have systems in place.
Okay.
So if you get me personally, that's because you pretty much have what it takes that I see to be a millionaire.
I've gotten your attention.
Yeah. And it don't matter. You could be fat, broke, ugly. You can have 2 left feet. It ain't about money. It ain't about you having nice, luxurious hair. And no, it's about your heart your hustle, your integrity, your character, and your commitment. I don't care what you look like. Most of the girls that I worked with when I first met them, they was fat, broke, and ugly anyway.
Right.
For real, for real.
Well, your girls look great.
Yeah, they do now.
They look great.
We ain't all look like
I
this.
know that one girl you be with, I would turn around. I was like, this girl look amazing.
Now.
She look amazing.
Now.
Yeah, I feel like all along with copying you, trying to get your back.
Good. Thank God. Look,
Yeah,
we
you
all
be
copy
coaching them
somebody.
on like, hey,
everything.
This is how you need to look.
How you
This
look,
is
how you
gotta-
act, how you
Yeah.
dress, how you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself. So I have a community. I have the Girl Hold My Hand community. My community been birthed since 2016. We meet Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. That's because I can't talk to everybody one-on-one. So every morning, 8 o'clock, they have a place to go. I've been doing that since 2016. Then I have my events that I do. I still do my awakening. I've been doing awakening for 12 years. Like I do things to keep people engaged, but the ones that qualify for my personal time, that's different. Everybody doesn't qualify for it.
I can see that, Stormy. Now I know about you. You a real one, girl. You tough now.
Cause I want people to get the money.
Yeah, you know what I didn't know, Stormy? I didn't know you was from Brooklyn. I didn't
Yeah.
know you were originally from Brooklyn. You know, I'm originally from Queens, New York. I didn't know that.
you from. I thought you were
I
Atlanta
had no,
girl.
I didn't know. I came here for college at 18.
Oh, you went to college?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Don't I look like it?
What does it people like? Did you graduate?
I did not. I actually went off to Hollywood.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I didn't
did
know
not.
that.
I was there for 2 years. I was on homecoming court, and then I went to the AU Center at Morris Brown College, and then I went off to Hollywood, and here I am, NeNe Leakes.
NeNe Leakes.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
a lot. Like, you know, we have real stories to tell, like how we went from 0 to 100.
Yes.
It's a lot. So tell us a little bit about some of your other businesses. I want to hear about everything. I want to get all the money that you got.
So I believe in diversity. I believe that one of our biggest pitfalls in life is that nobody talks about diversity in your multiple streams of income. Everybody talk about you should have more than one stream of income. Don't put all your eggs in one
they
basket.
do say that.
But what about when all of your streams is in the hair care industry and the hair care industry declines? So I have diversity in my income. So I make millions of dollars a year in multi-level marketing, building the teams and distributing of the products. I have a skincare line that I bought you a gift.
Yes, I can't
Somewhere.
wait.
I bought
I love a gift.
I bought you a nice skincare. That's my skincare
so
line. That's
much.
not, no disrespect. That's not
I
made in
love
China. It's not white labeled.
And I like China.
It is not.
Yeah.
That's high quality. Hyaluronic acid serums. Just gonna help you with your youthfulness. You already look amazing.
Thank you.
But that's amazing. So that's my
Yeah, I
skincare
appreciate
line.
that. That was
I
so
created that product line because my mom did not age well. My mom died at 61 years old.
Wow, that was young.
61. I was holding her hand. I thought she was having an anxiety attack. She was dying. So that's kind of what birthed my community. It's called Girl Hold My Hand. It's not a free community. It's a subscription-based community, so people subscribe.
Okay.
I have a nonprofit, so we do a lot for the community every year. But I do my awakening events every year. I do my Pillow Talk events every year.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I do Pillow Talk. I've been doing it
You
for...
can't do it now at all.
Yeah, let's talk about
I gotta tell y'all,
Let's
me
get
and
into
Stormy
it.
had a whole falling out over Pillow Talk.
Get into it.
So I had
Get into it.
Pillow Talk was something I've been doing for a really long time. If you watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, you'll see that I did Pillow Talk on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's on that episode where Apollo get to fight with Kenya's guy Brandon, and Chuck and Monique are there, Peter, me, Cynthia, Greg, like all these people. So we're playing Pillow Talk, which is a great, amazing game. And so fast forward, I do Pillow Talk at Ladies of Success event. I invite Miss Stormy Wellington to come out and speak about Ladies of Success. And then after that, like a couple of years later, Stormy started doing Pillow of Success.
No, Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talk. I'm sorry. She started doing Pillow Talk. And I really felt some kind of way because I felt like Pillow Talk was something that I started, I created, I did it on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if nothing else, I felt like because Stormy and I had
A relationship.
we did, and I would call Stormy sometime and just pour into her, she would pour into me, and I felt like if nothing else, Stormy should have at least called me and invited me to the Pillow of Success.
Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talk. Why am I calling it Pillow of Success? The Pillow Talk, and she did it.
So let's talk
and
about
I reached
it.
out to her.
So let's
I
talk
like
about
that she
it.
did
So
it.
first of all, it was a misunderstanding. Let me make sure, and I'm saying this in front of everybody that watches this show. When I did Pillow Talk, I don't even know where the name came from. Pillow Talk is normal. Like Pillow Talk is like something we do. You pillow talk with your man.
You pillow talk with your man.
Yeah. So let's say it's because I went to your event.
Yes.
I really don't know why I came up with that name, Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk to me is very common. And only reason why I do Pillow Talk, let me tell you the root of Pillow Talk. The Pillow Talk at the Awakenings is because of one reason only. Every year, for 12 years, at least 19 women come to the Awakening suicidal, NeNe.
Oh, wow.
Listen to this. And 99.9% of them are suicidal. Guess why they suicidal?
Why?
Because of a man. Not because of money, not because of something they got raped from a child. No, a man who they gave their heart to that broke their heart.
Yeah.
Beautiful women, Birkin bags, Rolexes, bust down waist, lace front, small waists, and they depressed, want to kill themselves. Like literally wrote suicide notes to themselves. And so I needed to have a direct name that really directly correlates with what is the mission of that night. Is to have Pillow Talk. So it was never to ride on your event or hurt your event or no, I think we should talk about how we could do a Pillow Talk together.
Oh, sure. You did come out and say that you only copied the best cats.
Well, hey, but we can't get well, there it goes.
Okay.
Well, there it goes.
Okay.
Hey, listen, well, there it goes. There it goes. But I do want you to know I've been doing it.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot of lives. A lot of women leave Pillow Talk renewed, refreshed, no more suicide.
Yeah.
More women are walking away from abusive relationships and finding themselves. And it's
I would love for us to do Pillow Talk together.
We should.
It would be amazing.
We should.
I've grown and gone past that.
Yes.
Like 100,000 times.
Good.
Like, you know what I mean?
Good.
Like I was saying to someone earlier today that I was talking to, I said, I'm not the kind of person like after so long, I don't hold grudges because to me when you hold a grudge, you hold energy.
in your heart.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
That's
You know,
right.
time heals all wounds.
That's right.
And so for me, move on.
Let's do one together.
Let's do one together.
I love it.
That
Y'all
way you
see
can
that?
treat me.
I can treat
all
you.
this money that you make,
Yeah.
you buy me a Birkin.
Yeah, let's get some money, and that would be a
Yeah,
reward.
yeah, buy me a Birkin.
I would love to. We get some money together, and I would love to do that. I would love to do that. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Girls do business together, and they
Yes,
gift
they
each
gift each
other.
other,
But I don't want to
gift
buy
each
you a
other.
Birkin. I want to buy you some Bitcoin.
Okay, so you got to tell me more about that.
You don't
'cause I
have
heard
no
you talking
Bitcoin,
about-
NeNe?
No, I don't.
No.
I heard you talking about
gotta
that.
get some
Because
Bitcoin.
the Stormy that I know always wore every designer from head to toe. Like you had this big stylist, like all of that. You looking amazing. And now you said that you switched gears.
Yeah, I bought this dress on Instagram.
I love it.
It's cute, right?
It's
I
really
shop on
cute.
Instagram. I shop with Apple
Yeah.
Pay on Instagram.
I love it.
And I go to Neiman Marcus every now and then, but I don't spend a
That's
lot of
how I
money
am.
like I used to on clothes. I'm
But
really
I
over it.
must say I wear designers, but however, I do shop I look for a sale. Like a lot of people don't look for sale because I believe designers would break you. The price is crazy. Girl.
You only wear the outfit one time.
One look, yeah, and then you're gonna wear the look one time. So I agree with you on shopping online. That's the best place to shop and find
Buy
some great
Bitcoin,
deals.
invest in
Yeah.
Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. I don't give financial advice, but just do your research.
Mm-hmm.
Black wealth is projected according to Black Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
I read this about 5 years ago, and it's been like in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Black wealth is projected to go down to zero by 2053.
Mm.
Zero.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why, allegedly, is because they say Black people don't want to learn nothing new. And we do need to think about our new economy that is being created right before our very eyes. We all need to be learning something new.
That's very true.
Even though it could be intimidating, we have no choice but to learn how to thrive in this new economy because this economy is about to be non-existent. So like your show, dope. Like I'm happy to see that. And this is your show. I know it's yours. You're like, fuck all that. I know.
Speaking of financial advisors,
Yeah.
somebody like you who's making all of this money,
Yeah.
you have to have a real team around you of advisors, attorneys, assistants, all of these things. You have a team that
It
big.
takes a village to raise me. Yes.
really does.
I have a lot of people that help me out.
Yeah.
But I also have good discernment and I know how to do my due diligence.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to do a real estate project in Puerto Rico. It's called Stormy Wellington Transformational Center for Girls. And I was supposed to start the process like 6 months ago, but I had to take the woman through a thorough investigation. I have to put it through all kind of thorough everything, FBI checks, background, everything, and she just checked out today. So that's a new project that I'm working on. Plus, when I think about my community, I just want to say this because I think it's important everybody knows this. You need to have a good attorney. You need to have a good sister,
Yeah.
a good friend. You need to have a good mentor. You need to have a financial advisor. You need to have somebody spiritual that can help you get yourself together. And ladies, you need to have a good man.
You do. I was just going to say, I want to talk to you
Yes.
about love because I've seen you over the years. And this is probably the first time. I don't know. I mean, I've seen you in different situations, but this is probably the first time where I really feel like I can see you like really in a good soft girl era, in love, having fun type of. I've never seen that on you. So this man must be really doing it because I've never seen you be soft like that.
He's a real man.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of real men. A lot of men, boys, men, you know, they in their soft girl era too. So you be in a couple, you don't know who era what. This is not funny, but I got to tell you this. And I had a song, I used to date this particular person. And I had a song, this is how it went. You listening? Everything I say, he say, me too. Me too. Me too. So I say, I want some flowers. He'll say, me too.
Okay.
I say, I need to go get me some new shoes. He'll say, me too. I say, I need to go get my hair done. I need to go to get a haircut. Me too. I need my nails done. Me too. I was like, what the fuck? Everything I do, nigga, you got to do too.
Yeah.
So I just don't like that. I think a man should be a man. You don't have to do everything that I do. I got to do a photo shoot. You got to do one too. So I came with a whole song because I had to find a way to cope because I couldn't just walk away from this relationship because I was, you know, I ain't going to go too deep because I'm going to expose the person. But men need to be men. So women could be more feminine. A lot of women cannot be feminine because a man is allowing her to be both man and female. And even though we're made like that, we're made with feminine and masculine energies. That's how God made us. But a man should open a woman's door. My man opens my door all the time.
Yeah.
If I open my door, sometimes he'll be like, oh, you open your own doors now? Oh, that's what you that type of girl? All right. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'll close it back. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah. And it's been 2 years.
Yes.
He still opens my door.
Yes.
He still holds my hand. You know what I mean?
I love that. He should be holding.
Yeah, but men don't do that.
Yeah.
They be down the street.
That's why I say I miss my husband.
Yeah,
Greg.
you be chasing them. You like, hey, bro.
Yeah,
They going down the street.
They walking in the front of you.
In front of you.
Yeah, don't greet you when you walk
walking,
in. It's
hello.
like, what is happening here?
Yeah, men have lost it. Some men, not all.
Yeah.
And mine haven't, so I'm so grateful.
How did you guys meet?
We met on Instagram.
Did you? No, you did.
Our initial meeting was Instagram, and then I did an investigation. I called
Not
Wallow.
investigation.
I called Wallow 360 because I saw him with Wallow. I'm going to give Wallow credit. I thank Wallow. Shouts out to Wallow. I always wanted to tell him thank you, and I get to tell him on the NeNe Leakes Show.
Yeah, thank you.
So I called Wallow. I said, hey, is this guy who always like he got a gun in his shirt? Because, you know, he got one arm.
Yeah.
So I thought he had a gun in his shirt.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know, something about him. And my daughter, Manaya, was like, give him a chance. You never know.
Right.
And she never talks like that. So I was like, this is confirmation. So I called Wallow. And he was like, yeah, he a good dude. Just know he not going to sell no tea or he about to join your community. But he gave, you know, he elaborated a little bit more.
Yeah.
We spoke about him for like an hour. And I know Wallow really had respect for me. He wouldn't have just
Right.
led me astray.
Yeah.
And the way he spoke to him, I was like, okay, for a man of this caliber to reverence and have just respect for a man of this caliber, this may be worth a try. So our first time we spoke on the phone, we fell asleep, we woke up the next day on the phone, like kids.
Wow, I love that, Stormy.
Me too.
Y'all been together ever since?
2 years.
So is there anything you want to say to any of the entrepreneurs? If someone, a young woman, I'm sure you speak to them all the time, that want to be an entrepreneur, is there any advice you can give her? Anything that you can say to her? Just anything.
Yeah, this is a season to be an entrepreneur, but it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not.
It's not like a job.
Yeah.
You know, you don't eat with what you don't kill.
Yeah.
And you could be doing half anything that you want, but it's going to take becoming. It's going to take discipline. You know, I'm high school dropout. I became who I am through non-traditional education.
Yeah.
I have 7 streams of income. I invested $5 million with Grant. I make passive income. I make enough money right now. I could retire if I wanted to off just the money I make from Grant Cardone as an investment.
Yeah.
You know, so seek counsel, get a mentor. You know, you can find so
So
many.
he's your mentor?
No, we have a relationship. Like I could call him, but I've learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
You know, but I invested $5 million with him, and he pays me every month. I've been getting paid from Grant now for 4 years. Every month I get money.
Yeah.
Great money from Grant, from that initial investment. And it's still, my principle is still there. But you need mentors. And even if they're not your mentors, people that you can be in proximity to that you can listen to. You know, now it's 2025. Digital information is at our fingertips. YouTube. Go on YouTube, learn something new, read a book, come up with a life system. I live in a life system. Like I manage myself like I'm a corporation. I am a corporation. Like you. You treat yourself like a corporation. Stormy Wellington Inc.
That's right.
I am the visionary, the the creator, the actress, the entertainer, you know, the leader of my corporations, everything that Stormy makes residual and passive income and daily income from, I am the one who created it. Nobody manages me and give me ideas. Everything that I've done was from me. And that's another thing. As an entrepreneur, don't be afraid of owning your identity. Stop trying to imitate and be somebody else. Maybe the strategy and the way you want to do it is the first time it's ever been done. Just do it long enough. Anything you do long enough will give you a result. Everything that we do, whether it's good, bad, anything you do consistently enough is going to give you a result. So find that one thing and learn how to get great at it and do it until you get the result.
Well, do you have a mentor? Well, you used to a long time ago.
It ain't that I have a mentor. I have great relationships.
Yes.
You know, it's not a one person. I used to have mentors. Now I have great relationships. I have people that I get to seek wise counsel from. I have billionaire friends. I have several people I could talk to about real estate projects that makes billions of dollars. I got people that's in the ministry that I could talk to. I got people that's in the skincare that I could talk to. So I now believe that your relationships is your greatest resource. So I don't necessarily have a mentor, so to speak. I have great friends that I could call and say, hey, or they invite me to their masterminds, and I'm always growing. I spend 60% of my days listening to an audio book, reading a book, or handling business. I don't kick it and chill a lot. Chilling for me
Well,
is,
I know you are a wellness person as well, so you work out a lot too, Stormy.
I at least do 10,000 steps. I try to do it every day. I have not done my 10,000 steps in 4 days. I can't wait till tomorrow.
Right.
But yeah, I try to walk 10,000 steps every day, at least 5 days a week.
Do you lift weights?
I just started doing F45. It's this new 30-minute. Have you ever tried it?
No.
Oh my God, it's 30 minutes and you get through it fast. But I'm on this new weight loss system called GLP-1, which helps you with your structure. So I'm starting to get rid of a lot of inflammation. I don't have a lot of phlegm, a lot of, I lost 12 pounds in the last 12 days.
That's amazing.
Yeah, girl.
How did you do that?
I'm on these pills, 4 pills a day.
Okay. Well, you gave me some skincare products. Your skin look amazing.
Thank you.
But you've always had nice skin.
But I've been using those skincare products for 7 years. A lot of people don't know I had my skincare line for 7 years. I just don't promote it. But I've been using those same skincare products for a long time.
Now, why you don't promote it?
Because I need to do better.
You're doing other stuff.
I need to do better.
You got your hands in a lot of things.
I wish I had somebody that would wrap their arms around it. At one point, I was making $250,000 a month with that. It's amazing. Like what it does to your skin. Like there's a spray in there when you use it, the way it, and then you got lip gloss in there. It's amazing.
I love all
I need somebody to manage it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
it. You have a lot of.
I got a lot of stuff going on. It's just so much, too much.
That's okay though. And you live in Miami, where there's a lot of sun, but your skin looks great.
Does it look good?
No, it looks great. It always does look great. It really, really does.
Thank you.
So I gotta, thank you for coming here. I love that you did this for us. If there was anybody that was gonna come and talk, it was gonna be you, Stormy Wellington. That's why I invited you to the Ladies of Success, because I know how much of a gift of gab that you have.
Can I tell you something? Gift of gab. What does that mean to you?
To me, I feel like you speak well. I feel like when you speak, people listen. So I always say you have the gift of gab where you can draw people in. Like whenever you're talking, like you make me want to listen. Like I want to hear what the hell she about to say. You know what I'm saying? And then I see all the things that you're doing through, I get a little bird's eye view through social media, and I feel like I just want to hear what you're saying. Like my husband used to tell me, he said, NeNe, I would go out and do comedy shows, and my husband would tell me, he said, NeNe, you could just drink a milkshake and people just want to sit there and listen to you.
Exactly.
I feel like you're like that. I feel like you just sit here and talk about lip gloss, and I just be really just looking and just I be really engaged.
I loved your husband.
Yeah, he's great. He was really great. I always say that I don't think I will find another.
Yeah.
Not as good as Greg. Greg was my teammate. You know what I mean? He was good at one thing. I was good at something else. And together, we were great together.
Y'all was like best friends.
Yeah, we were great together. And, I always say to people, he wasn't a perfect man, but he was a great man. He was a family man. And nobody was going to come before me and Brent. Like, he really honored me as his wife, and I really love that.
Wow.
And I don't know that I will find that. Like you, I think there are a lot of men out here who are in their feminine era.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They don't want to be, I think it's a responsibility that some of them don't want to have, and I also think it's an accountability that women have not been holding them to.
Yeah.
So responsibility and accountability.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility as women to hold men accountable to being men, and I think we sometimes are so afraid of being alone that we just take whatever we get, not realizing that we're hurting that man and breaking him down. And then what's happening is that is being repeated with other men because they're saying you do it, so they think it's okay. So we as women, we have to hold men more accountable.
We do. We really do. So you guys, please put your hands together and thank Miss Stormy Wellington. Stormy, that was great.
So much fun.
Stormy, she's America's etiquette queen, a lifestyle expert, and today she's in the building to talk all things class, clap back, and how to carry yourself like a boss that you are, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your virtual hands together and welcome one of my friends, one of the ladies of success. She's Elaine Swann. Come on, Elaine.
Hey.
How are you? I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know.
Oh my God, you're looking good, Elaine.
Thank you.
How's your husband and your
He's
family?
Good.
Everybody's good.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
So I got to tell you guys, you know, I love to tell a good story on how I met Elaine Swann. So I started an organization called the Ladies of Success. And when I started this organization, I wanted women from around the world that were like-minded to all come together and network, lift each other up, travel, make friends, and all things life. And Elaine Swann was one of the ladies that emailed me, and she emailed me and she told me all about all these etiquette schools she had, and I was like, oh Lord, I call her Lane and all kind Elaine and the Lane, just saying all this country stuff, and I'm thinking Elaine is gonna be thinking, oh my God, this girl needs all the etiquette in the world. But she stepped up so big and bossy for the Ladies of Success. I was like, I need you on my board, and she was like, sure, I'll do it. So Elaine Swann stepped on my board, and this is a lady that has all of these etiquette schools. She's taught me a lot of etiquette. She's taught the likes of Kevin Hart and Jennifer Hudson and so many other stars how to be properly etiquette. And so she's here to teach us today.
Today's
Elaine,
the day.
welcome.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
I know. We've
How
got a
many-
lot of
how
fun
many
over
have-
the years too because we even did a couples trip. And,
We did
Yeah.
do a couples trip. Actually, Elaine and I, her husband, and the guy I was seeing, and Portia and Simon, all of us
Yes,
went
that's
to
right.
see Usher in Vegas
Yes.
together.
Oh
So
my
we
gosh.
did this couple trip. We had such a great time.
We did.
We had so much
We
fun.
did. Yeah.
So Elaine, when I met you, you had all these etiquette schools. Do you still
And
have
I still
them?
do, and I still have all the etiquette schools, and we are growing. So now we have, and the funny thing about it, here's the thing about it. Every time you say the etiquette schools, the funny thing is you always get the number higher and higher and higher.
Yes.
And I was like, from your lips to God's ears. And you do, because when we first met, I had just a few, it was like 10. And you like, she has 100 every time we talk. So we're at 30 now, 34 schools now throughout the country. And I love it because I'm helping women start an etiquette consulting business in their town. So they're impacting people and they're, launching their own thing. So it's really, really good. And I'm happy to do it.
Well, that is absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like being a black woman with etiquette and style.
Right.
So-
That's why I love Martha Stewart so much because she's an icon for me because she took catering. She used to just cater
That's
parties in people's houses and for her own home and turned it into an empire.
A whole new thing.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm doing with etiquette. Yeah.
So when we talk about etiquette, Elaine, so is this just about the way that I speak? Is it the way that I sit? Is it the way, how does it?
It's how we show up in the world. And so
Okay.
a lot of times people think it's about the fork and the knife at the table, and that's
Yes.
part of it. But it is how we sit, how we speak, how we treat people. But there's also a big social aspect to it as well.
Okay.
And so there's things, when we look about our entire lives and our daily lives, there are ways that we can conduct ourselves and handle ourselves based upon whatever is happening. And when you use the core values, respect, honesty, and consideration, it shows up everywhere. Whether you're online, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're dating, whether you are shopping in a grocery store, whatever it is. So whether you're at work. So there's so many different areas and aspects. And we have so many black women now. And this is the thing where I'm like, this is my core.
Right.
There's so many black women now with new money. And so once we get to the point where we have this new money, we're higher earners, we have to know how to navigate those spaces. And so that's a big focus that I have right now for women, especially us, because getting into these spaces, we all want the seat at the table, right?
Yes.
But there's not just the table, there's also that boardroom table.
Yes,
And so
it
being
is.
able to get in there and make those deals and make things happen and create a legacy is what's key. And all of that has to do with how we show up, and that's etiquette.
Well, so Elaine, I got to take you all the way back during Black Lives Matter, and there were a lot of things happening during that time, and just all kind of racial. The temperature was really high.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember having this conversation with you, where we had saw online, where I can't remember every detail of it, was something happened in a hotel, and you were like, "I can help those people."
Yes.
I don't know if they did not let a African American couple in, or they treated the African American couple some kind of way.
Yes.
And you were like, I can really help them. I can go in and give them some sort of etiquette. So if a hotel were to call you,
Yes.
what do
Oh,
you
yeah,
do?
that's right.
What do
Yes,
you
I
go in
remember
and-
that.
and teach?
I remember. So that's right. So I work with organizations, with corporations, and I go in and I work with their team and their staff to help them with their customer service, help them
Okay.
with their inner workings as far as their teamwork is concerned. And yes, there was that hotel where they did not, it was a son and a father.
Right,
And they
that's
gave
right.
them some trouble. And sure enough, I was like, that's a client for me.
Right.
And so what happens is businesses, as the brand itself, they need to make sure that their entire team is on point and speaking the language of that brand. And so what I do is I go in with those organizations and help them all get on track, so that this way that particular organization will put their best foot forward, because this is the thing about it. Your team represents you. They are the
Yes.
brand. You can have the product, but they're the brand.
Yeah.
So when little Susie Q gets out a line, they're not talking about Susie Q. They're talking
Right.
about the brand. They're talking about the
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
And so I go in and I work with organizations to help them level up. And this is the thing. As we are building businesses, it's not just the entrepreneurs themselves, but the entrepreneurs need to also make sure that they bring their staff up to level as well. And so that's what I help people do.
Yeah, I was really curious about that, but that's a really good thing, Elaine. You can do this with restaurants,
Yes.
hotels, and even if they're not having an issue, let's just say
Right.
they're a new business, and you can actually go in and help.
Them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people right now who are just entering into the workforce and they're not quite sure. Coming through the pandemic messed a whole bunch of people up socially. And so to speak on behalf of an organization, to represent an organization, whether you're doing sales or just answering the phones or you're on the computer or whatever it is, I help the organizations get their team to level up and represent them totally and completely by themselves, so that everybody's on the same page. So regardless of whether it's a Monday or a Wednesday, everybody is speaking the same language. The customer, the client is getting the same treatment. They all understand. You brought me in and had me work with the folks for the lounge, remember? Yeah,
With my restaurant and lounge, I had Elaine to come in and talk to my wait staff and my management.
Yep.
There's a lot of things. I mean, when you start speaking of etiquette and things that need to be done in a business, there's a lot of ways that we can go, right? So, I mean, we're working with men, and
Yes.
women are saying things like sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I called you up today and I said, somebody sexually harassed someone in my establishment, what do you do?
Right.
What do you come in and say?
So this is where with these organizations, we have to make sure that we understand the physical boundaries and the verbal boundaries as well, because
Okay,
some folks
okay.
think, okay, I didn't touch them, but it's what you said. And then body language is key as well. And the one thing that I remember key working with your staff is, especially for restaurants, I said, this is a thing where you can have lifelong customers.
Yeah.
This is where people come, and they might come to turn up and so forth, but then when it's time for you to have your bridal shower or your bachelorette party, you're going to come there. And then then you get married, right? And you maybe have a little after thing or the rehearsal dinner at the establishment.
Right.
And then later on, they have the baby shower and everybody comes to town. So these are lifelong customers that companies are trying to build so that you can grow with them. So if the staff is excellent and the experience is memorable, people will continue to come back. Because we know this, people will deal with you based upon how you make them feel.
That's
So
true.
if you can always make people feel special, if you can always elevate their experience, they will keep coming back.
So if you were going to someone like Kevin Hart and Jennifer Hudson, what are you teaching them? Are you teaching them the knife and fork and napkin thing?
Right. So with Kevin, what we've talked about, because he's everybody knows who he is, right?
Right.
So we had such a great time talking about how to really network, because for one thing, he's been very strategic, very strategic about his rise and what he did as far as fame is concerned. He wanted to start moving into different rooms. So we focused on networking, and the networking, you walk into a room, okay, you know, I'm Kevin Hart, but let's kind of talk about we walk and we say, you know what, I want to meet that person. How do I get myself into that conversation without seeming like I'm stalking the person?
Right.
You know, how do I wrap it up? Or even this, which I know you had this happen. Folks are talking to you over and over, and the conversation is over. You're done. You're ready to walk away.
Right.
How do you, and they're still
talking
talking. Yeah. How do you get out of that conversation? So that's some of the things that I went over with him, and I enjoy doing that.
I usually have somebody come pull me out of it. I'm like, get over here.
Yeah, but there's a way that you could do it, and so I work with folks to help them to do that. Yeah.
Okay, that's really fun.
Yeah.
So I want to play a little game with you, and I
Let's
want
do
you to
it.
kind of help me a little bit. What is the first sign that somebody ain't got no home training?
Oh my goodness, their voice.
Is it? Oh, you think it's the voice?
It's the voice.
Well,
yeah.
what about today? A lot of these people are young and they're using ebonics or they're talking in slang.
Yeah.
Even when you're texting, people don't even spell the word Y-O-U out. They just put you.
They don't. Yeah. So
Yeah. Does that irritate
voice,
you, though?
It's the way it does irritate me. And okay, for texting is one thing, but email, if you're trying to do business, you've got, look, and if you're trying to do business, you have to spell the words out. Yeah, because the folks that got the money that you want to work with their money, you got to spell it out. Now, it's their voice, and it's the way they use their voice. Some of us are loud, which is fine. Some of us are quiet, but it's the way we use our voice to get people's attention. Kind of read the room in the sense, right? So this is where the person that comes in and cannot read the room, they don't understand to take their voice to whichever level that matches the room. And so this is the thing that I do. I work with folks and say, okay, well, here's the scenario I want to put you into, and I want you to use your voice to command the room. So that's how you know whether or not folks.
Well, you know, a lot of young guys today are wearing their pants really low.
That's a big sign that somebody did not teach you what to do, because we do not need to see the crack of your behind.
You do not.
That's a norm.
So I already know that's not proper etiquette.
It's
is it?
not. You know what? Here's the thing, and I'm so big on us being, just really showing up. I'm tired of people putting a label on us and trying to say that this is what they think, and then we show up just looking exactly like that. There is nothing wrong with getting your whatever getting your freak on, right? I'm fine with that. I'm married. I've been married for a long time, and so that's how I stay married, right?
Yes.
But I know how to show up when it's time, and so the pants hanging down, ill-fitted clothing for women. Is something that stands out.
Well, everybody is wearing sheer today. So everybody is showing their bra and their underwear under their clothes.
That's okay.
You think it's
It
okay?
needs to fit right. And it needs to be in the right location. You need to wear it in the right place.
Okay.
And it needs to fit correctly. So ill-fitted clothing is where you say, okay, she just threw that on and didn't really look. Now, does that mean that one of my big sisters can't wear the sheer? Girl, wear it.
Yes.
But know where to wear it, and then make sure that it fits you properly.
Yes.
Because if you have to pull on your stuff constantly, it doesn't fit right.
So if I was sitting and talking to someone and I don't know them that well, and they had something in their teeth.
Yes.
And I honestly, I am this person. I do not know what to say. I'm just like, I don't know if I just don't feel good doing that.
I know, but you have to. You got, so you want me to tell you how to do it?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so 2 steps. Number 1, you use your words and body language to tell the person, okay? And the third thing is you wait until it's your turn to talk.
Okay.
Because, like you said, you don't want to make the person feel bad.
Right.
So the way you do this is words. You say you have something in your teeth, and then you use your and you say right here, but you don't point at them. You point towards wherever it is. So this way they can find it quickly. But say it while you're talking. So this way, while you're talking, you have something in your teeth right here. So anyway, girl, as I was saying, and while you continue the conversation, then they can go ahead and start trying to get it out.
So I'm just gonna kind of move on.
Right.
Or you got something in your teeth and just kind of
and then keep
I got to check my phone.
Right, exactly, and
something
keep it
else.
going.
Okay.
So this way they can be embarrassed and feel embarrassed, but tell them. But use your body language and don't make a big deal. Wait, let me get my flashlight on my phone. Don't do that, right? But just you have something in your teeth right here. So anyway, the other day, girl, I was just looking and then
just go on, act like it didn't even bother you.
Exactly.
Like, girl, I'm just being your friend. Get that out your teeth.
Exactly, and then give them the chance to do it. Girl,
I'm on it. Okay.
Girl.
So you've worked with celebrities, corporations, and everybody, all kind of folks. Who need the most help right now?
Oh, you know who needs the most help right now? Us, the new money sisters. That is a big, that's like my secret place right here, because we got it. We're entering into, we're making this money for legacy and so forth. And I just want to see us a little more refined. That is what I see.
So I have to tell you, and these are some very sticky situations when you work for major corporations. How do I go into my boss and tell my boss that I feel like he's showing favoritism to
Somebody else.
Somebody
yeah,
else.
yeah. So this is a conversation.
without me getting fired?
Right. When it comes to leadership in an organization, first and foremost, there's ego that goes along with it, right? So you always have to walk that line of deference or respect for that individual. So talk to them alone. That's the first thing. And then you do what I like to call, and we've heard this, kind of a sandwich thing. So you sandwich, the first is good, then the middle is the kind of, I'm gonna get you, and then the other part of it is, and you're a great person. So boom, okay, so your issue is, thank you so much. I really enjoy working here. I enjoy the last thing that we had success with, whatever, this is great. And what was the thing that and then you tell them the bad thing that you want to tell them and say, here's the thing, I feel as though you're not being absolutely fair with me, whatever is right. You may not even be attempting to do this. This might not be on purpose, but it is how I'm feeling. So I want to know how we can best work together so that this way I'm not walking away. But this is such a great place to work, and I want to make sure that I'm here to make us grow, to help us grow, what have you. So you do the sandwich method. Bad, good, good, bad, good. Sandwich it together.
So I got to tell you this. So I've had this experience several times in life, okay?
Okay.
And I think I'm handling it the right way. But you tell me if I'm handling it the right way or not. So I have a best friend. And my best friend says to me, she complains to me about her relationship all the time. And I give her sound advice, right? And so I know that her husband is cheating.
Okay.
Right? And I know who he's cheating with, right? Am I being a bad friend by not telling her that I know he's cheating and I know who he's cheating with? So in NeNe, I've experienced things like this before. So my thing today is, I don't care how close we are. I'm never going to tell any of my friends if I know that their man cheating. I stay out of your business, right? Because when my husband and I have done this before, we told a friend what was happening. That friend, I don't think they did it on purpose. They threw us under the bus and said that it came from us. And then their husband stopped speaking to us, and we like the husband too. But he stopped speaking to us now because of this whole situation. So from that experience, I never again in my life have told anybody, if I see your husband with a woman in the front of me, he can rest assured I won't tell on him. And I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be involved, okay?
Yeah.
What I want to be is a shoulder for my friend. That's all I can be.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this. You're doing the right thing. Don't say nothing. And a lot of folks say, I would want to know. But here's the thing. A relationship between a couple, that pillow talk, the physical touch, the bedroom thing, that connection, there's no way you will ever win to try to bring that type of news to the person.
Right.
One of two things are going to happen. Either he's going to get back into her ear and tell her that you're the enemy,
right,
and that it was your fault, or she's going to get so embarrassed and so upset with you that she's going to just tell you you're lying and only believe him. It's rare.
Well, she did not believe me.
Right.
Okay. She believed me. But his influence, I guess,
turned her away from you. Right. Yeah, that's what will happen. So now you can do a little bit of a reconnaissance and talk to people and say, you know what, girl, just offline, get a feel for it. Would the person ever want to know? But my recommendation is if a spouse is cheating, leave that between the spouse and allow them to just go through it. If the person has somehow revealed later down the line, I want to know, and you know for certain that this is it, then there's a possibility that you can tell. But other than that, my recommendation is to leave that between the couple.
I would.
Yeah.
I 100% would. And I've had friends that say to me, now you gonna tell me because me and you are tight. And I said, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna
It's a
tell
tough
you.
situation to be in, and my recommendation is to stay away from that.
No, so would you give advice like, you know, if they say something like, well, I think I want to leave him, well, you probably should.
Yeah, I'd be the girlfriend, and if she's thinking that, I'm a sounding board with you. Okay, girl, so what's the pros
Because
and the
remember, I
cons?
already
'Cause-
know what the
yeah,
deal
yeah,
is.
yeah. So what's
So
the pros and the cons
yeah.
and this and that? Well, if that's what you're feeling and that's what you're seeing, I will stand with you, honey.
Yeah,
Why
and
you,
I think
why
you
you
ought to
leaving?
get ready to go. With it. I think you can pick up all your stuff. And
Yes,
get ready to go.
yes.
Social media got everybody feeling themselves, but has it totally killed basic manners, you think?
I think social media has impacted I want to say the word, social media has retarded people's manners. And the reason I say that is because there is in some instances, there's a lack of realness that we're seeing on social media. Folks are forgetting that. And so too often we're doing things for the gram and not really doing things for real life. Too often we're not present for situations. People are living vicariously through their phones. Instead of sitting here looking and enjoying this, whatever it is, you know, we're looking at it through such a small lens just to capture that so that we can go and share it with people. You know, there's something that I do and this is just me personally, I don't go online and post milestones and this and that and happy birthday to my husband and all that because he's sitting right there.
So you just don't feel like you don't want to share that with your followers? Like, I'm in love. Like,
No, I'm in love. I post them,
Yeah.
but like our milestone, our anniversaries and birthdays and stuff like that, I would rather tell him happy birthday to himself and do what I'm going to do,
Okay.
right, than tell him happy birthday online.
Okay,
That's just
I can respect that.
Yeah.
But today, I feel like a lot of people want to share their love, or they
Yeah,
want to share
yeah.
who they're dating.
Oh, I do
yeah.
do that, share and so I do that. But when it's the anniversary, I want that little special part for us. So I you know, but I declare my love for him all the time.
So I want to ask you a question. If I have two girlfriends, and my two girlfriends do not get along with each other, and I'm sort of in the middle, and I'm the mutual person between the two of them, right? How do I, you know, make my friends feel like I'm not discussing you with this friend?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know,
I have a new book coming out. It's called Elaine Swann's Book of Modern Etiquette.
Okay.
And I talk about exactly this in the book. Okay, to keep the friends apart. So here's how you deal with the folks, especially when you have two friends who maybe are talking, they're not getting along, they're talking badly about the other one, and you're kind of in the middle. So when one person comes to you and starts to talk about the other person, stop them in their tracks and say, you know what? I'm not going to do this.
okay.
She's not here, and I don't want to discuss it. You and I are here, so let's just enjoy our time together. Now, they're going to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they're going to feel a little funny, but that's okay. Keep pushing past that moment. Set your boundaries and let them know, I'm friends with you, and I'm friends with her, and whatever you all have going on, I have nothing to do with that. So let's just leave it alone.
Okay, so I have another question. It may not be that comfortable, but I'm dating a guy.
Okay.
And what if he wants to do a position that I am uncomfortable with?
Yeah.
So do I say to him, this is not something. This ain't a position, honey, that I'm used to.
So it's a little bit different because, you know, my husband is a rocker girl, so you know.
So what do I say to him to not totally turn him off?
Okay.
And
yeah.
he still think I'm hot and I'm sexy.
Right.
And we can still get it on in a different position.
Okay, you ready for this one? Because I got this one. So if there's one that you're not comfortable with, think about what you are comfortable with and surprise him.
Oh.
Okay? So come up with something to where he's like, so you say, you know what, I'm not, so don't just say I'm not comfortable and don't do nothing.
Okay, I got
Because
it.
you have to feel that relationship.
Okay.
So you tell him, not comfortable doing that, but let's do this.
Oh. Okay. That may be better.
Yeah.
I was really, you know.
Yeah. So if they, and then just do it, you know. So then that way there ain't no. he done forgot that you don't want to do the thing. He's
Right.
excited about this new thing.
new thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
stay current with stuff. Look stuff up. You gotta read this
That's
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
So, Elaine, sitting with someone like you and you being an etiquette coach, do I have my legs crossed properly?
You do, and here's the thing, girl, yes, you do. So you do, you have your legs crossed properly. Two different things that you can do. So I'm wearing a shorter skirt, right, shorter dress. And so we have to be careful that I'm not this, or even too much of this, because now this camera here can see all up in here.
Right.
So yeah, so sitting with your legs crossed at the ankles is always a good way. And then one thing, if you look at this, if I sit back in the chair, I'm sitting back. But it looks
don't
like I'm
love that
slouching,
as much.
right?
Yeah.
So my recommendation is anytime you have to make your presence known in any situation, whether you're in a boardroom or you're on a stage doing a panel, and but always give some space to the back of the chair and sit feet on the floor and then cross at the ankle until you're good to go.
Okay, well, honey, I am broke, and I am about to go and have an interview with a major corporation.
Yes.
And so I have on a fabulous suit, and I am about to show all the cleavage. Because listen, I need this job.
Right.
Do you recommend me showing cleavage, or should I tuck these things away?
I think tuck them away. Here's the thing, and I'm a mentor at SCAD, the Savannah School of Art and Design, and so I work with the fashion students, and so and the students are there, especially as far as business is concerned. And so I talk with them about still being yourself. Be yourself. Don't take away from that, but there's some instances where you can add your own flair. And so I'm not saying you need to be completely covered up, but some of us just cannot get them all down. But don't let your body or your skin take away from your sharpness.
Okay.
If it feels like it's a distraction, it's going to be a distraction, then do what you can to pull it together a little bit more. So I don't believe in telling people to cover up. What I do believe is telling people to make sure that they are modest for the occasion, modest enough for the occasion. So, you know, we went to the Usher concert, my cleavage was down to here, right?
Right.
That was appropriate because I'm with my husband. I'm not going to do that in a business environment because I'm trying about that paper.
I know, right? So I go out to eat a lot. It's just me. My children are adults now.
Yeah.
So it's just me. I eat out probably every single day, and I eat out with all kind of people.
Yeah,
you know,
you
and
do.
I've sat at many tables. What do I do in a situation where I'm sitting at a table and this has happened too many times
I know what
to
you're
me?
getting ready to say because
And
I
the
was there
person
before.
reach in their bag and pull out a floss and start flossing their teeth at the table. For me, I think it is the most craziest thing
It is.
ever.
It is. You're
But
right.
it's inappropriate.
It is. It's inappropriate. Don't do bathroom stuff at the table. That's
Right.
it. Anything that is private at the table, there you absolutely can. The new etiquette says yes, you can reapply your lipstick, lip gloss at the table. That is absolutely acceptable.
Okay.
But when we're talking about flossing and that sort of thing, get that stuff away from the table. You get something stuck in your teeth. There's no etiquette thing where you hide behind a napkin and get it out. Excuse yourself. Go to the restroom. Dig as much as you need to dig, get it out, and then come back to the table. But don't do that at the table.
Well, again, I sit at all these tables, so I'm sitting at a table having dinner, and honestly, I get a little choked. So how do I cough?
Oh, so what you do is you take your napkin, turn your head, and cough into the napkin. So you move the napkin. So your napkin is not just to protect your clothes. The napkin is for a cough. And I have a little hack too. You can even burp at the table with a napkin and no one will ever even notice.
How do you do that?
So when you burp, your mouth, the smaller your mouth is, the quieter the sound.
Okay.
The wider your mouth is open, the louder the sound.
Because a lot of men be like, bah!
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's loud. So if you turn around and put that napkin and just blow it out, just like that, no one will ever know. So turn your head, cough, turn your head, blow that air out with a burp. Because listen, if you have to burp, don't hold it in because it's going to come out one way or the other. So
Okay.
get it on out while you have control over it.
Do you blow your nose at the table?
You do not blow your nose at the table. That's a bathroom thing. So
I've seen many people do and blow
It's-
it on those.
blow it on-
I don't like those cloth napkins because I've seen
you
people
don't?
blowing those
yeah.
things.
Don't blow your nose at the table because the sound is disgusting for some
It
people.
is.
So you want to do that in the restroom. And then wash your hands and then come back to the table.
Is it okay? I think it might be, I'm not sure, as a couple, for me to eat off of my date's plate.
So here's the thing. Yes, if you are a couple, that's cool, right? Yeah, to eat off. Hey, baby, taste some of this super. So
Right,
if you're a
right.
couple, you can eat off the plate.
Okay.
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 If let's say, for example, I want to share. I'm like, hey, girl, you want to taste some of this?
Right.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure the food gets from my plate to yours. And the way you do that is you use your utensil to take the portion of food that you're going to eat, and you put it onto your plate, and then you eat that. So I'm not going to take my utensil, touch the food, and scoot it onto your plate.
Well, how they gonna get it? You mean use theirs?
You're going to use your own.
I'm gonna use my own for me to eat with.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you're going to take yours, scoop it off of my plate, and put it onto your plate.
Okay, got it.
I'm not going to take what
Okay,
I've been
got it.
putting in my mouth
Right.
to my
Right.
husband.
See, I wouldn't do that. I would
Yeah.
I would just get clean.
Yeah. So but the thing is, the key is I'm not going to take something that I put in my mouth and scoot that over onto your plate. That's
Okay,
inappropriate.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never use the same
Yeah,
utensils and
yeah.
things like that. For somebody trying to elevate their life from dating to networking, what's your number one etiquette tip to instantly stand out? I want to elevate, girl, from dating, honey,
Ooh,
to
gosh.
networking.
There's
well,
so
how
many
about
things.
dating to getting married, honey? I
Yeah.
want people to see me serious.
I think for dating, a couple of things. Number one, for dating, do a clean sweep of your social media. So make all the X's and
That's
all that
true.
stuff a clean sweep.
Yeah,
Make sure
I
there's
do believe
nothing
that.
on there. Make sure you're putting your best foot forward, because when you date somebody, the first thing they do is going to look at your social media.
They do.
Okay. Secondly, get your conversation together. And what I mean by this is, when you're starting to date someone, everything, all the past stuff, and somebody did this to me, and this was my past relationship, don't bring any of that to the new conversation. That can come up later if it's relevant. So get rid of the past through social media, and also change your vocabulary, change your story. And then don't be or sound too desperate. Be
Okay,
honest.
that's very true.
Be honest and say, I'm not dating to just, if you're not, right? If you dating just to hang out and so forth, let them know. But be honest about why you're dating. I'm dating because I want to be in a long-term relationship, but I'm looking right now. And I say for dating, make your dating life an experience.
Yeah.
So that means every time somebody asks you out, have them take you somewhere that you've never been. Do something
Yeah,
different.
I like
Oh, this
that.
week, okay, we're going to go horseback riding, because I ain't
like
never
that.
did that.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at every new date as an experience, so that this way, at least you got something new out of it if the relationship didn't
I
work.
love that.
So the one tip that I would have is to be curious and adventurous, so that this way it makes it pleasant. Instead of sitting down and do something different every time. You know what? I've never done a such and such. Let me try this. Make that.
Well, so I'm going to ask you a question. I get picked up a lot by SUVs.
Okay.
I'm a tall girl, though. And so how do I get in the SUV with my dress on?
Yeah.
Now, it's easy for me to get up there in my pants, and a lot of them have running boards. You can step on it and get in there, but I got my dress on.
Yeah.
So how do I want to get in?
So I
without
talked about
showing
this.
my Hello Kitty?
You're right, showing all your stuff. So this is the thing. Can I turn it just a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit first. So always
Your rear.
Get into the seat, sit first, okay? So you're gonna use everything you can to get up on this. And the bottom goes in first, and then you grab the stuff and put yourself inside.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
Slow.
always sit first. Sit first.
first,
Yeah, sit
and
first.
then bring your legs
And then bring your legs
Well,
in.
can you bring your legs in together?
You can
Like-
bring them in together if you can. If your legs can go together still, because some of us have a little extra
Mine's
leg.
Very together.
Right. But if you can bring your legs together, get it, girl. Then bring
Yeah.
them in at the same time. If not, then one at a time is okay. You can always use your purse or your bag, or you can always use your bag or what have you, especially if you have a clutch to kind of cover up the Hello Kitty as you get in the car.
Yes.
But yes, SUVs are good. But you should always get in them, even with pants. Get in, always sit down first and then turn in, even if you're wearing pants too.
Can you tell us some of the questions or the scenarios that people ask you all the time?
Oh my gosh.
Like, is there some frequent question that's like always asked?
Yeah, you know what I'm always getting asked? People are always asking me how to tell somebody something that is uncomfortable. You know, how to say something to someone that, let's say, for example, one of the things I had is like you just asked, what if something in somebody's teeth? So I've gotten how to tell somebody they smell bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because you could, because you might have that friend
I
that
would
every
just
time they
won't
come,
tell
in,
them.
oh,
I just ain't gonna be able to do it.
you got to look at it from the same thing as the something in their teeth or a lipstick on their lips or something like that. Give them a way out. You can say, you know what, girl, I noticed that there's a smell that you have, and I don't know.
Girl, I ain't
listen,
gonna
listen, listen, let me tell you, girl, let me tell you. See, what you say is you say, I don't know if it's the medication you're on, or maybe it's a hormonal
They gonna be like, I ain't
imbalance.
on no medication.
Yeah, no, just let people know.
I'm just saying
Right,
what they
right.
gonna say.
Say, I don't know
ain't
if it's
on
a
no
hormone.
medication.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a hormonal balance or something.
Hormonal?
Yeah, but I do want to let you know that there is a smell.
That's a lie.
Okay.
You must have smelled Josie over there, honey, because it wasn't me, honey.
All right.
Really?
Yes, I just wanted to let you know, and that's it. And then leave it. And leave it alone. But don't tell them in front of people. Say it privately.
Yes.
And say, I just wanted you to know because I care. And they can
That
either
may-
receive
that may
it.
help it. I can't.
Yeah. And they can receive it or not. It's one of the two.
I can't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have a heart. I'm gonna have to write an email.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. It's just so hard for me to do that to people.
But you're even though I say, because I'm the older one, I always say I'm your big sister.
Yeah.
But you're the big sister to a lot of folks.
Yeah, I can't
And
do it
you,
though.
you can't.
I honestly don't like to hurt people's feelings.
But that's the thing
You
about
have to be on my bad side, then I hurt your feelings all day.
But you're
I have
helping them though. Because
Yeah, I
people
know.
might be talking about them or they don't want them around and she's staying
Yeah.
all the time and stuff like that. You just say, give them a way out. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard one.
It is a hard one. I don't want to do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Elaine, is there anything that you want to talk about today that we did not talk about in etiquette?
I do want to talk about my book because
Yes.
I have written the
Yes.
etiquette book of the century. This is a nearly 400-page etiquette Bible.
Wow.
And I share my advice on everything today.
Okay.
You know, so we're not talking about white gloves. We're not talking about men tipping the hat. We're talking about real stuff. Even everything from charging your electric vehicle to hosting events at your home to some of the things we've even talked about today. And so the book comes out this fall. And I'm really, really excited about it because this book is going to be the book that sets the standard for etiquette in our modern world. So I'm really
Now,
excited.
where
It's-
can they find your book?
you can find the book at all retail stores. Every retail,
wonderful.
nationwide.
That's very good.
Yeah, nationwide. Any retail store.
Very good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very proud of you. Elaine is definitely a ladies of success. A real girl boss is in the building, Elaine.
Thank you,
Congratulations
Thank
on all
you.
things that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
and it was
appreciate
good having you here today.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
was
so much.
good.
Thanks for coming
Good
out.
friend.
Yeah, good friend.
Put up with so
You
much.
look great.
Thank you.
Next, joining us is entrepreneur and owner of Crate Restaurant and Wine Bar and E. Ford Commissary. She's a real girl boss. She's a lady of success. Put your virtual hands together and welcome Jackie Land. Woo! Jackie! Come on, girl boss. Woo, girl. I got to tell everybody how we met. Now, Jackie's a real girl boss, and we actually met through someone that I was dating. He actually knew Jackie and introduced us. Thought that Jackie and I would be really cool. Weird story. Jackie and I, the reason he thought that Jackie and I would be really cool is because we're both widows. So Jackie's husband passed away before my husband did.
Yeah.
And then my husband passed away probably a year and a half or so after Jackie's husband passed away. And so, I'm really not into meeting girls, and I mean, I meet people, but just connecting. I don't usually connect on another level and have a friendship with them, but I connected with Jackie. And so Jackie and I started talking about our entrepreneur business, and I was asking Jackie, what does she do? And she did tell me that she owned a restaurant, and then she told me that she was in the commissary business. And I thought, the commissary business? I was like, that's different. What kind of business is that? And then I was like, the commissary business. I was kind of like a ding dong, like commissary business, whatever. And she was like, prison. You know, the commissary for the prisoners. And I was like, really? Like, that just didn't ring right. Because I said to Jackie, it's not like a sexy business that people walk around and say, I'm in the commissary business. And then Jackie went on to tell me that she was one of the only Black women
Yes.
in the commissary business for prisoners. And I thought, really? Now, is this real money? Like, how does this work, Jackie? And Jackie went on to tell me her story. I'm going to let her tell it to you guys. But anyway, welcome, Jackie,
Thank
to the
you.
NeNe Leakes Show. We
Thank
don't
you.
normally see each other with me at
I
work.
know.
We used to see each other at the bar, baby.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
We used to be at the bar. They drinking and eating us some good food.
that's right.
That's how we
That's right.
usually see each other. But you are a real girl boss, and I love that about you. And when I thought of that, I said, you know what? I want Jackie to be able to come over on my platform and talk about all the things that you do. Now, earlier I was saying that I love to eat at restaurants.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant and the food that you have.
So I've been brought up in the restaurant industry. My grandparents owned restaurants before I was born. So that's just kind of been just something that I raised into. Owned restaurants personally for over 20 years. As of recently, I have a restaurant that's been open for 6 years in the Greenville, South Carolina area. It's called Crate Restaurant and Wine Bar. I'm sure you're familiar with this, but I got the permit. One of the reasons why I still have it is that the same day that my husband passed is the same day we got the permit to open.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's just very sentimental to me to keep it open.
So you're keeping that restaurant.
For my daughter,
Yeah,
yes.
keeping that
yes. I have a
restaurant
12-year-old
open.
daughter.
Now, if I were to go to Crate Restaurant and Wine Bar, what is it? American food?
It's kind of a new Southern,
Okay.
blue Geechee boy grits and shrimp, lobster mac and cheese, things of that nature. So some soul food at a higher level.
Will you expand? Will you go into other places?
The prison business has gotten me busy. Like I said, my husband passed on the same day that we got the permit to open. We had a plan on expanding to multiple restaurants, and just with the prison business, being a single mom, that's pretty much my focus right now.
Yeah. So when Jackie told me that she was in the prison business, I thought, now how does one get into the prison business?
Yeah.
Now this is something real. And she was talking to me like, yeah, NeNe, you can put together like this package. What do you call it? A
Care package.
A care package. Like if we had some stuff that was like the NeNe Leakes stuff, and there's a care package, and the prisoners could buy it. And I was like, girl, I need to understand more. So I know how you got into the prison business, but tell the viewers and those who are entrepreneurs how you actually started, or what made you get into the prison business, your story.
Sure. So there's two sectors of the business. One sector is inmates. If you have a family member or loved one that's incarcerated in any of the New York State prisons, you can go on our website, purchase items. I can ship it directly to the inmates. And the second sector of the business is where the institutions, it put out an RFP, which is a government bid for 5, 10 or longer contract. And we've been on those contracts, and by the grace of God, been very successful at winning.
So why did you get into the commissary business?
Both of my parents were incarcerated. My mom was in Bedford Hills. My dad spent quite a few years in Attica, and I knew I always wanted to do something in the corrections industry. I just didn't know what.
So as a kid, you were
Yes.
going to the prison to visit your parents.
Absolutely.
And well, you weren't getting the commissary, but you could get commissary for your parents.
We could purchase items
You can
then.
purchase
We
it.
could purchase items
Okay.
and box them up, send them to our parents, or whenever we visited our parents, we could take those items to the facility. The only issue with that was we would drive 7 hours to visit my mom at Bedford Hills, and not knowing if they were on any type of disciplinary action.
Okay,
So
I
we
see.
drove up as a kid.
see.
You think you're taking your parent a package, and they're like, they can't receive anything.
So if they're on a disciplinary thing, they can't get no commissary?
They cannot. They cannot.
Really?
Yes.
Well, what about the commissary they already have? So they can use that. They just can't get anything new.
They could not get anything new.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. If they're on
yes.
something
Yep.
disciplinary. So basically, how the commissary work for people who don't understand, if you have a family member or someone that's in prison, the prisoners, they go on the website, or do they use a form?
So I have catalogs inside the prison facilities where
Okay.
inmates can order via catalog, or they have tablets now inside the facilities where they can go on, order items on the tablets. Our items are on those tablets, and we
Maybe
receive the orders, and then we ship it directly to the facility.
So if someone was in prison and they filled out their commissary, how long does it take them to get it?
We're one of the quickest. So if someone orders, like say if someone placed an order today before 5 o'clock, we ship out the same day. It takes 2 to 3 days to get there.
Okay.
If they ship out after 5 o'clock, we ship the next day. So that has contributed to some of our successes at getting the packages to the facility quicker than some of the other vendors.
So getting the business of the commissary business inside of the prison These are government contracts.
The inmate care package side at one time was not.
Okay.
They grandfathered in some stuff. They just to prohibit the contraband. Contraband is a huge issue in prison facilities, and so they want to make sure that the vendors that are supplying have, the people that we have packaging those packages don't have certain records, or they don't know people that are inside those facilities where they could sneak stuff in. But most of them are contract based. Yes.
Well, you may not. I forgot to ask you this question before. So if I had somebody in prison, they wanted a cell phone, you guys don't do that, do you?
No, we don't do it.
You don't provide the cell phone.
No, we don't.
You just provide all the things like food and clothing.
Health and beauty products. We have TVs, clear electronics, earphones, things of that nature. Games, Bibles, yes.
And clothing.
Clothing, lots of clothing, shoes, tennis shoes, Nike, any name brand items, yes.
I love that for you. So the prisons that you are in, they're not just all women prisons. These are both, you provide for the male
Absolutely.
prisoners as well.
Absolutely. I service multiple states, the whole state prison facility, whether it's women or men or women and men.
Now, how many prisons do you service?
I am in about almost 289 prisons.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's amazing. African-American woman in 289 prisons with your commissary.
Yes.
And your commissary list is very long. You even have food, right?
I do. Lots of food.
That's-
We have about 659 SKUs that we, on a regular basis, service the prisons with.
So when you get these contracts, how long are they? Like, how long would you be working with the prison?
They range from a year to 10 years.
Oh.
Yes.
So I would want a 10-year contract, honey. Wouldn't we all? But in that period from a year to 10 years, is it any way that you could lose that contract?
Absolutely. By not servicing them, you're not hiring the right staff where there's contraband getting in. We haven't had that issue. So you could definitely lose that.
Would you say that being in the commissary prison business that as a black woman, that it is hard to win those contracts? Or when you guys are doing the bid, they don't know if it's you or me, right?
Initially, it was very hard. I would say that I bid on 81 contracts before I won one contract.
Okay.
I bid. I wasn't successful. And I had to pull back because I really thought, my mentor, I thought I had the right mentor, had won government contracts in another business sector. And so I just thought that, I have this access. I'm smart.
Right.
I was used to winning in other business entities that it was gonna be easy, and it wasn't. And my first contract that I won at a loss, over $80,000 loss, just so I can gain that past performance to say, I service these prisons, because that's what they want to see. There's no new entrant into, I want to start bidding on government, I want to start bidding on contracts with the Department of Corrections without any past performance, stating that you know how to properly secure packaging, audit processes. They have the right to come into your facility, check a lot of different security measures. And so it was a process.
So Jackie is in 289 prisons. Did you hear that? African-American woman, girl boss, lady of success, 289 prisons all over. Yes, Jackie, you are doing your thing. And we can't do nothing here at the NeNe Leakes Show but wish you the absolute best. Now, I want to be in the business with you. Yep. So if any family members or any viewers that are watching this right now and they have family that is in prison, what is your commissary called? So do they have multiple ones in there?
They do. So right now, I have been servicing the New York State directly. So for the inmate care package side of the business, they can go on efordcommissary.com, go on the website, purchase items, we ship directly to the inmates. So we have been doing that since 2012.
So, if I had a family member that was in prison, do they have like 2 different commissaries they can look at or no? They just have whatever you.
They have the inmate care package side, which I can ship, but I also service the prison side. So all state and federal governments, local state and federal governments have this solicitation they put out for bid for everything that they service.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get into later with consulting small businesses on getting into that sector, because it's a lot of It's very lucrative. But I service the prison side as well. So they'll put in an RFP. So if you have someone, say I was in prison, I could go on my website, purchase items, or my family member can. I receive a package. But the prison, people who don't have family members on the outside, the prison has a commissary store inside the prison facility.
Okay.
Whereas I service the prison as well. So I service
see.
both sides, the inmates as well as the prisons.
Okay, so that's actually a place inside of the prison where they can actually walk in there, like
Yep.
and buy from like the store,
Yep.
almost like a gift shop.
Absolutely. So I service them as well.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, I love it. So I got to switch gears a little bit. And I told you guys at the beginning that Jackie and I both connected because we were widows and we were introduced that way. And your husband, was he involved in the commissary side of it, or you got in it afterwards?
He was initially before he passed, yes.
Oh, he was. Okay, and also in the restaurant
Yes, yeah.
side.
So
of
we
it.
had restaurants in Charlotte, Music Factory, and other places. as well.
Okay,
Yep.
that's it. That's really good. So we often have talked about grief and how difficult it is when you are grieving someone that is so close to you. Because how long were you guys married?
11 years.
11 years. Okay, so a long time, and you had a daughter together.
Yes.
Yeah. So the grief side of it it's heavy, isn't it, Jackie?
Yes, it's very heavy. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
You have to just figure out a way to keep going. You know,
do.
the day that he passed, I got the phone call from a family member. I was picking up my daughter from school, and so I'm on the interstate. I'm on 85, and I'm getting this phone call. I'm like, I was trying to call him all day to tell him, oh, we got our permit to open, and at the same time my daughter was 6 at the time, trying to just like, is this a joke? It just wasn't, it didn't seem real. And I have her in the back seat watching me. It's just, it's unreal.
It is unreal.
Yeah.
It is unreal. But I'm happy for you, and I'm
you.
proud of you as a mom. You are a
you.
single mom now,
Yes.
and you are still going, and you're still completing his dream,
Yes.
which he wanted, the restaurant that you guys were doing.
Absolutely.
And you're doing your thing, Jackie.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you, and that's why I wanted you to come here today.
Thank you.
Because the business that you're in, I've never met anybody that was in the commissary business. And I think it's an awesome business. I think it's incredible how you have just elevated with that business.
Been very
That's a
blessed.
lot. So I want to thank you for coming and sharing
you.
your story. You guys, please give a round of applause for Jackie Land.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, very good. Keep watching the NeNe Leakes Show. We have some amazing guests that we're going to be bringing your way. We're going to be talking all things entrepreneur, all things plastic surgery, all things relationship, all things entertainment, all things tea. And you don't want to miss it. Right here on the NeNe Leakes Show.